Most old ladies don't.
No, I never had. My mom told me that when I was like 16. I never got outside of the house with that lipstick on.
That actually is pretty good advice from her.
I know.
It's a good tip. Damn it!
She's the sarcastic poker player. Who the fuck?
Yeah, what was
I'm
that?
like, really? Everyone's call her sassy.
Okay, so I didn't get to listen to the whole thing because I guess your cousin had a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, well, I hate
Who's that?
That was Mary Jane, my mom's cousin's son, and his son. His son is the one who wrote into NPR radio.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but here's the deal. Okay, so everything that she played and everything that she wrote were the worst things that she could have even talked about.
Really?
Which was because the gal was really nice, and that's her voice, the one who does the audio.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought she sounds really good. But the content, I'm like, bitch, are you fucking kidding me?
That's
the
funny.
shit she used. So I'm not happy with it.
Well, I read it and then started listening to it. I read the story, read it, but didn't listen to the whole thing.
I'm not happy with it at all.
I like that you had pictures of yourself in there. That's what I like.
No, they came to my house Friday and did that. I was mortified. I hate having my picture taken. And then to say, well, we're just
Welcome to this episode of Tracy's Tips and Dips, hosted by funny lady Tracy No. Join Tracy as she talks off the cuff about the things from her vivid imagination. Rants, ramblings, and recommendations that may make you laugh or cry, but will definitely have you learning a thing or two. Plus, if we're lucky, Tracy will share a recipe for a delicious, dunkable treat. So without further ado, here's Tracy and the dips.
Oh, hi.
And the dips.
Oh, which way do I go? Which way?
It's right in front of you.
I know that I go. Which way to go? Okay.
Right
Hi.
there.
Oh, hi. Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this Wednesday, December 16th? 9 more days until Christmas.
Is
I'm
this
excited.
our last show of the year, or is this just the big Christmas
Oh,
special?
boy.
No, it's just our last show.
Period.
Well, that sounded really hateful and mean. Mama, take a drink to that. Oh, that's Phil.
I just turned it down. Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Tracy, thank you. This part of Tracy's Tips is sponsored by
Yes.
what's it called?
Lavender and lemonade.
Lavender lemonade. Do you know how many calories are in this?
Probably, I think 110.
80. 80.
Are you kidding? What's the alcohol?
I don't know. I didn't look at that. Look at the
Percentage.
calories.
Oh, okay,
And,
which is smart.
And so, but a vodka soda, just a regular vodka soda, like Tito's in it, is
Okay,
75.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is
see,
pretty tasty.
Yeah, I don't like
for 80
soda.
calories.
I can't drink club soda. That's like icky.
That's exactly what this is. It's
I know. I can
flavored
drink
club
this,
soda.
but I can't drink it with vodka. Just vodka and soda.
Okay.
I need the flavoring.
Have you drank any vodka today?
No, this is the first vodka.
What have you drank today?
Well, that's none of your beeswax.
Our listeners want to know.
Well, I can't like Crown and Royal.
Okay.
And sugar.
Crown and Royal?
Yeah, I have a question for Tracy.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
What's you been drinking today? I must know. I must.
See, they know.
Crown
they don't
and
know.
7.
Okay, good.
Now I'm drinking this. Oh, I'm mixing.
I
I'm a
do. I
mixer.
do appreciate you
I'm doing a little
bringing
mixing.
it. Bringing this every week.
it's
Tracy
this way.
brings the lavender and lime,
Lemonade.
lavender and lemonade, and
Really, lime?
then here
What up?
when I get the studio, I have my own koozie.
Oh my God! And I could not find a parking
sponsored by
space
the
at the studio.
Legal
tonight.
office, the legal support office of
Why not?
Tracy's
He
Tips
said
and
it's a
Dips.
studio like we're at downtown Kansas City. Back at the studio, I couldn't find any parking.
This
Phil,
is
how
a
about
studio.
you?
This is a
Phil,
Phil,
studio.
how about you? How was the parking for you?
I parked on the second level of the parking garage. Now the guy
Can
that
you
takes my
valet-
ticket is gone. What time does he leave?
Can you valet? Can you stamp my
You're not
ticket?
supposed to go in the after hours in the
Mm.
parking garage. You're not going to be able to get out.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I'll
You know
just-
what?
I'll pull the gate up.
Let me look at this real quick.
Is that the
The
parking?
numbers just came in. You'll be getting cars. next time. They'll come pick you up.
Oh, good. We do cars. And if you like cars, you want to talk about 913-735-0060 is the number if you join us tonight on the big Tracy Tips and Dips Christmas special.
I know, right? Hi.
Can we start
So-
with the gift me and Phil got you?
Yep.
This is like so crazy. I mean, I feel like
There's
like,
a camera too. Make sure they see it.
Well, that's just weird. Okay. So yeah, I came in tonight and this was here and it's for me. And I'm like, really?
Mhm.
Okay.
Christmas treasures.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a
Go ahead and read the
Christmas.
card.
Okay. Christmas treasures, a 1981 collector's ornament.
Mhm.
This fine ornament. Oh, I got to hold. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have to read the whole
oh
thing.
boy.
Do you remember
Okay.
1981?
I do remember 1981. I would
What
have been a
happened then?
sophomore. 1981 when I was a
Yeah.
sophomore.
And I was at the Tom Shaw pool, and that was the first time I met you. And I know you remember that at the
At Christmas time?
No, but 1981. That's
Oh,
why I got
okay.
it. That's why I picked that year.
I think that you guys picked this year because I don't know why. I'm like scared.
Can you show the people? That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That is.
It's made of crystal.
Oh, wait, 1861. Oh, 1981.
Wow. What's that fancy
was pretty
crystal
nice.
stuff that's made of?
Oh, it's a Swarovski.
Yeah. That's just
You remember you were supposed to go up to Tom Shaw pool with me.
Right.
I was 2 or 3.
I think it's
Yeah,
I think it's
or 4.
1861.
I was trying to swim and I wasn't swimming very well.
Nope.
And she basically saved my life.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
She said, "Get out of the pool,
Let me
kid."
tell you how many times did I save a kid's life?
Yeah. And since then, she's been kind of like a,
Savior, like angel.
I was going to say sister, but
aunt,
more like
sister?
an aunt,
Yeah.
more like an older cousin.
Yeah, she's much older than you.
Yeah. So
She's
Merry
much older
Christmas.
than all
Well,
of us,
next
but
time
Merry Christmas.
I'd hate for next time that happens in your life, you drown.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, thank you.
You bet. Merry Christmas. Now, our presents from
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah. You know what I got from Tracy? I got a nice Hemingway koozie. It was nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
You
how
know
about that? Freaking
you
to
gave
Joe's
me something else.
barbecue.
Hey, you know what? I
Not
think
his sandwiches,
Hey.
sloppy joes.
didn't you give me a book that I never returned to you?
Yes, you did. I would like that back, by the way.
What was the book?
It had like funny things in history. Really,
Yeah.
it was really good. Do you have it still?
I don't know where it is.
Well, it's on my checkout list. So anytime anybody borrows a book from me, I write it down on a little checkout list,
Okay.
a little
I'll
library
find it.
checkout
Good tip.
list. Oh,
Just-
well, we didn't say it all, so I'm going
Okay.
to use it.
I guess we need to know what's been going on with you.
Okay, so what's been going on?
No, wait. There's a thing. There's a
Oh, okay.
intro to that.
Yeah. There's. I mean, we just get talking about things, and then it's
Yeah.
hard to.
You guys, that's what
Yeah.
our show's about, though.
It is.
That's what it is.
It's now time for greetings. Tracy welcomes you to the program.
Oh, my bad. Okay, Paul, since you forgot to play that one, maybe you need to play the next
No,
one.
welcome him. Why don't you welcome him?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Paul. Hi, Phil. Welcome, everybody, all of our new listeners, old listeners. Now, would this be a time that I should maybe give you shout outs, you think?
Yes.
I think that'd be
Excellent.
good. Okay, perfect. I would like to give shout out to the gals at the Harley-Davidson store,
Which one?
Outlaw Harley-Davidson in Blue Springs.
Okay.
I went in with my glasses on, had a mask on. You know, I just started wearing them less than a week ago, these progressive lenses.
Mhm.
And every time you have a mask on, it fogs up. And I'm like, so I'm in there and everything's foggy. So I'm like, I take the glasses, put them up on my head, and I'm looking at different things. And I'm like going, so I put my glasses back on because I got to start looking at price tags. And so then I'm looking at these shirts. I'm going, why do all these shirts look so long? You know, take my glasses off. Or actually, I don't remember if I have my glasses on now or not. But anyway, they sold me this anti-fog spray that's for like guys who ride motorcycles.
And
It
scuba
works
gear.
amazing. No, well, it was at the Harley-Davidson store. So it's anti-fog for their glasses.
And scuba gear.
And so she says, here, try mine out that I bought. It's in my purse. She says, try it on your lenses, see if you want to buy it. Because it's like $15 for this little bottle.
And how do you put it on?
You just
Explain
spray
the
it,
process.
you spray it, and then you wipe it with a tissue,
Just the inside?
the inside. Worked amazing.
I'll be damned.
Love it. And so I bought it because she let me try hers. I said, that's your selling
What's
tool
it?
right
Let's see
there.
it.
Oh, I don't have it with me. It's in
Oh.
the car.
What's the name of it?
Harley-Davidson anti-fog spray.
Is it really
Yes.
named Harley
Yeah, I'm
Davidson?
pretty sure it's by Harley-Davidson. Yeah.
I think you're full of shit.
Well,
Will
I
you
can
put it
on the break. On the break, I'll run out in my car and get it.
Okay. Because I
Okay.
think people would like to see it. I mean, that's,
No, it's
that's a great
amazing.
tip.
That's why I wanted to get. That's why I wanted to tell that. But I wanted to say hey to the gals who helped me.
What
there.
was her name?
I didn't get their
Gail Holzman.
Yeah.
names.
Is it wrong?
Gail Holzman? No, that would be right. If no, Gail. Well, Gail is her boyfriend. Gail Holzman.
Gail Holzman's husband is Gail Holzman.
Oh, they've got married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they got married.
They're both Gail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and I know him. I know him. I
He's
don't
married
know
to her, and she's her husband, and he's
Oh my God.
Gail.
It's like a threesome. It's a thrupplet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're out in Belton.
Grandview.
Huh?
Grandview.
Yeah, Grandview Belton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my phone.
That's your phone.
Brittany, do you still need to get Cruz something?
Wow. Did she not know you do a podcast? It's your daughter.
She probably is only.
How many daughters do
she's
you
only
have?
texting me probably because it is
Oh.
podcast time. She's probably being funny because
Interesting.
It's
she's
now
starting
time
her
for a
thing.
weekly look back. Tracy
starting
tells
a
us
thing.
what's been going on.
Starting a thing?
She is starting a thing doing it. She's gonna start doing it weekly. Or
Oh,
something.
she's competing with you.
You know,
Hers is gonna-
you know what?
Bring it on.
I'm gonna move the
But hers
camera,
is like
okay?
going to be like Instagram or something.
Pardon
like
me. You've been talking about this for a long time, Brittany.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
either put up or shut up. Yeah. Back to you, Tracy.
Whoa,
Thank you,
nice.
Paul. Nice commentary.
I know she's your daughter.
I know. Give it to her. Give her hell.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did it say I was looking back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, here's what's funny. I went for axe throwing down at the Power and Light District on Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
Where is it in the Power Light District?
It is at a place called Blades and Timber. Remember, I was talking about last week that I was going to be doing it.
B&T. Yeah.
Yeah, B&T. Exactly.
Where is it?
It
located?
is at 13th of Baltimore, right across from We parked at Costantino's.
Oh, okay.
We parked in their garage.
Okay, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't post it because nobody else posted. I don't think any of us posted their pictures on Facebook. But I literally had a bullseye that is like you could not be more centered than I was.
Show them. You have a camera right there. Why don't you show them?
Isn't it by? It's by
I just
the
said where it's
President
at.
Hotel,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know about
sort
that.
of. It's right across the street from the new place. It's a new bar that's right on
It's
the corner.
across from. It's clear. We parked at Costantino's Price Chopper.
But didn't you have to see? It,
One
And we
block
jogged
up
over. We
from,
were just. Here's
one
what we
block
did.
up.
We walked out of Costantino's. We
past the
went.
theater.
We went just a little bit. We went like we were right there
This
at
is
Baltimore,
Thomas Shaw talking.
and then we went straight up ahead.
You know where the bar
No,
that's
it was
catty
not.
corner to
Mm-mm.
Cosentino's?
Mhm.
What's the thing called? It's a
Ale House or something.
It's
something like
closed.
that.
It was closed. It's closed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah,
Oh, it's called. It's closed.
it's
closed.
behind that.
Well, okay. So the
Okay, I
question.
just told
the
her. I
reason
told
brought
everybody
it-
where it was at.
The reason I brought it up is that Powerline. I always think Powerline is.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. There was a rule that you could drink in the Power Light District,
Uh-huh.
and they extended it to the
I think
President
I
Hotel.
passed that law.
I think you did.
I did.
Yeah.
It's
with
blurry.
Westport.
It's blurry, but there it is.
Wow,
That's awesome.
nice shot.
I don't know.
Andy
You
Oakley?
can get better. You know, I was we had fun. It was fun.
Who all went?
My cousin and her friend Christina and her friend Teresa and Beth and Shelly. And I don't want to forget anybody. Let me look. I got a picture here. Let me make sure I got
It
that.
would suck if you forgot somebody.
Oh, well, I know I'm not going to either. I don't want to be that person. Okay, it was Heather, Teresa, Beth, myself, Christina, Shelly. And because Stephanie could make it. Sorry, Steph, we missed you.
Why didn't Amy go?
Well, Amy doesn't know my
Why didn't
cousin
Sheila
Heather.
go?
because they don't know my cousin. Actually, I did invite Sheila at the last minute, but she said she hadn't showered in days and she shouldn't go.
That's a little bit too much information to put on about your friend.
What'd I say?
That she hadn't showered in days.
Oh, well, okay.
Do you remember when you shared on the radio about her and some guy in a Corvette? You went on and you said
Yeah.
said too much on the air.
And me and Phil kept saying, "Stop! That's her business."
I know, right?
Remember that?
Yeah, thank you guys.
What had happened then? Do you remember?
I don't know. I think we're on a different segment right now. And wow, it's all of
Oh.
a sudden really cold in here.
Quickie.
Anyway, so okay. You know what I did today for a minute?
A car.
No.
Watch
We
Little
don't.
House on the Prairie. Do you guys remember when me and Rowdy were quarantining? We were watching it on Up TV.
Let me ask you this: was it like the movie or like the
No,
series?
like the series. Like I was folding laundry and doing stuff, and I literally watched.
Tell me the
Half
progression
Pint.
of the family. What? How old was everybody?
Okay, this was a Christmas one, and so it was when Half Pint was an
Laura?
adult and actually was pregnant with a child, and they were going.
Whoa.
They were reflecting and sharing Christmas memories.
Oh,
Which one's half pint?
So guess what? Melissa
Laura.
Gilbert. Yeah, Laura. So guess what that made me think of when they were talking about sharing Christmas memories.
what?
Christmas
I thought we
memory?
should all maybe share a Christmas memory. Like if we have something that comes to our head, like right now. Like if you have a Christmas memory that you'd want to, that just boom, if somebody says, "Hey, got any good Christmas memories from your childhood?"
Am I supposed to go right now?
Yeah, Phil, go ahead. Back to you.
One of my favorite Christmas memories is when I came home from college one time and my mom had really decorated the house up quite a bit because everybody was leaving, and so she kind of and I went in there and like, oh, it's so beautiful, and I brought my dog Bandit home with me, and
Bandit. Why do I remember that dog?
Bandit, my dog Rascal had sex with your dog.
Oh, that's right.
And had puppies, and you took the puppies to Wild Woody's, and I went to Wild Woody's and bought Bandit.
You said I didn't give him to the dog. He had to go buy it.
Well, I didn't know. And then I brought the dog home, and I saw you at the Thomas Shaw pool. You go, that's my dog's dog. Anyway, so I was so happy.
So you had to pay $5 extra.
Yeah. Anyway, Bandit and I were best friends. We came home from college and saw the Christmas miracle that was my house. And my mom was happy to see us, and my little brothers were there. And Bandit went into the living room where the Christmas tree was and proceeded to take the biggest shit she's ever taken right by the Christmas tree. And that was a Christmas miracle.
Oh, that was.
We all loved her so much we didn't care.
No, it stayed there until New Year's.
You know what?
Why did you name a girl dog Bandit?
She was all white and had a brown head like she had a mask on.
Okay.
Because she looked like
you know the story of the little drummer boy.
Mm-hmm.
He only gave what he could. That's what Bandit did.
We could end the show now after that.
Yeah,
that
probably
was awesome.
not though.
That
was literally memory right there was what it's.
Okay.
You guys, that memory right there is what it's all about. I mean, if you can have a memory like that, because that is so sweet. Paul, what do you got? Come on, buddy. Come on.
The dog training was so sweet.
No.
I have to think about it. I don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tracy.
Okay. All right.
Get improv actor right now.
No shit. if your memory does not surround Crew or Palmer or Jason or Justin,
it doesn't.
Then you're not a very grandma.
Yeah, I know. I'm not.
Okay.
I was actually a better daughter.
Then how about to your recently deceased mother? If
Well,
that's part of it, then it's good too.
It is,
But
in a
it's
way.
just like you and Troy went to the bar and
no, that would be
got in a
Troy.
fight.
No.
or
Actually,
then
it's a memory.
you saw Henson
mine's a
and T
childhood memory.
and had a drink with them.
It's a childhood memory. Is that okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, I only have like a billion.
I saw Michelle Schwank and we said Merry Christmas.
No,
I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, it wasn't it.
They were singing Midnight at the Oasis.
No, here's what happened a lot at Christmas for me, which was really funny. You know, I was the youngest out of the 4 children.
What's your siblings' names?
Lisa, Cindy, John.
You mean Peabody?
Yeah, whatever.
Peabody. Yeah.
And so there was always, there's always kind of like something that you want. There's like the one thing that like, oh, it's something you really want.
Easy bake oven.
Well, it was Holly Hobby sewing machine.
Did you not want an easy bake oven? I thought all little girls wanted an easy bake oven.
Oh, I did, but I don't have like a memory about it.
Okay.
I mean,
what was it that you wanted this year?
On
this memory.
I wanted I was probably 15. I'm going to say. So it wasn't like childhood.
Ski.
Okay. No, I wanted it was a very, very nice wool coat from Casual Corner, which was a pretty big, kind of a big deal.
Oh yeah.
I think I was 15 because 15. And so, but my dad did this quite often, so everybody would open their presents, but then of course everybody was mad because then they were out of the house. And so they came to the house where I still lived. And then it was Tracy's Christmas. I'm sorry. I lived there still. So I got more presents.
You're the
than
baby.
them. I was the baby.
Spoiled.
And so my dad this year, I'm thinking I'm getting this coat. He's like, we're all done. Everybody's all done with our presents.
It's been tough at the factory this year.
We're done. And then my dad's like, oh, will you go upstairs and get my brown shoes out of the closet? And so I'm like.
And that's what you got.
Ernie's brown shoes. Best Christmas ever.
So
tell Dick and
Sheets. So I go upstairs in my dad's closet and I'm like, where are his brown shoes? I don't even know where his shoes are, literally.
In the closet.
So I go.
Sure.
So
I can tell you where you got those shoes.
And so I go downstairs. I'm like, I didn't see any brown shoes. He goes, well, did you see a goddamn package in there? He's like, you freaking. That wasn't the best part of the story where he's like, good God. So I go back up there. Like, well, there's this big gift. He's like, well, maybe you should open it. I'm like, well, I didn't know.
What was
that?
That
was just the coat.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
The coat.
That's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah.
That this pretentious white girl got what she wanted for Christmas.
Oh, hell no. I know.
She's a baby.
Oh,
some little kids don't get anything.
And thank God there was a street called Dover that separated Avon and Cromwell because Cromwell was the white privilege street of China Shaw.
Exactly.
Then you've got Avon, which was your less
Woke,
fortunate,
poor,
more hardworking Americans.
Yes.
That's right.
Wow. I never heard Thomas Shaw described like that. And then
there was that.
Then you go up there, those white trash up there on the top of the hill,
right in the condo,
the Herricks and the Waterhouses, and the Rollins. Now, there's some.
The Herricks lived in Thomas Shaw?
Yeah. Brent and Damon lived in
okay, well, you're
Pete
not
Goebel's
okay, you're talking
house.
about them like we're talking about younger days when we were younger.
Okay.
Well,
Chris Keene.
Yeah, okay, that's a good example.
Yeah. A good example of what? A great
of
guy.
People who lived up there.
Oh, I'm not going to have you badmouth my friend Chris Keene on this podcast,
I'm saying
or I
that's a
will
good
just
example
leave.
of the people who lived up there. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chris Keene was the president of the student council when I was the treasurer. We served together.
Instead, carrying on,
served the student body well.
Moving on to Paul's Christmas memory.
The only memory I can remember is
and mine. I want to redo.
When I was a little kid, I desperately wanted a Red Ryder BB gun. And so at school, I wrote.
Put your eye out.
I wrote a thing, and then my friend stuck his tongue on the thing.
Okay, it'll put your eye out. End of story.
What did I tell you? What did I keep telling you?
Yeah,
shoot your eye out. You shoot your eye out.
And my dad did the similar thing. After he broke his lamp of the lake, he told me to look around, and there it was.
Okay, so that's really funny. Okay, well, I do that one Christmas.
That's really funny.
I do have that one Christmas memory where the Grinch found me in the post office, and he wrapped me up in paper, and then he set me down the chute. But then I went up to his mountain house. Oh wait, that was in the How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
What were you, the dog?
No, I was the
little
Cindy,
Sue Who?
Yeah, Cindy Lou Who.
What is Cindy Who?
I was Cindy Lou Who.
That was a pretty good segment for a little bit, and then it went to shit.
I know, and then we go down. We do that a lot.
Is that a random act of kindness thing, or do we have another?
Which thing?
Was that our segment for random act?
Oh, no,
that was our segment because it's Christmas, and I guess what? Oh, podcast host choice tonight.
How about a shout out?
It's
Shout out
now
to
time for Random Acts of Kindness. Tracy shares an uplifting story.
I can't wait for this. Is this going to be Christmas related?
Yeah. I guess so. I'd say so. Yeah. Why can we not do this all the time? But have other music?
do. The music's really good.
No, seriously.
It makes it a more
that is just
interesting podcast.
Amazing.
Who's doing the first random act of kindness?
Oh, do you have one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to go first, Phil.
Sure.
Wait, hang on. I think we're gonna do random acts of kindness now, everybody. Back to you, Phil.
Oh, don't we have a bit for that?
I just played it.
Oh,
back to you, Phil.
First of all, I'd like to shout out to Janelle Copper Reinhardt, who's listening.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Janelle.
And I want to wish her a Merry Christmas or the Happy Hanukkah. Reinhardt, is that not Jewish, is it?
Reinhardt. They celebrate Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Reinhardt.
But happy holidays to Janelle Copper Reinhardt. And my random act of kindness is I want to tell Janelle it's okay. It's just okay.
Okay,
It's gonna be fine.
Okay, that's not a random act of kindness.
No, I'm
doing?
I'm being kind.
By saying something to her, that's not an act. It's an act. It's like a physical.
I'm acting. It's okay.
Yes, you are acting. Yes, you are. Yeah, you blew it, Phil. Okay, Paul, back to Tracy. How about that? Okay, so and her.
I don't really think it's gonna be okay for you.
Okay, I seriously think that you've just ruined my whole.
I love you.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
My daughter is my employer.
Oh boy.
Wait. So Heather.
Yeah. Who is my employer?
Heather. I saw Heather. It was her birthday not too long ago. She was at the Lakewood Pub and I saw her, and she had a little birthday sash, and she was having so much fun.
I was at Salvatore. I was at Salvatore's with her right before that, and then I had to go.
Why didn't you come up to the Lakewood Pub?
Because I had Logan was coming over for dinner on Thursday. It was a Thursday night, and
Your grandson can drive?
Logan, my son.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Hot Heather is what I call her.
Yeah, she's a doll.
She's super
She's
cute.
such a doll.
Well, I was
Janelle,
referring to her business of the hot.
Oh, hot works.
Stuff,
Not me. I was.
But
I like that.
But I'd be glad to objectify her as well.
Yes, she's a very beautiful woman.
Yeah.
And hey, shout out to my Hot Works girlfriends. And I was going to try to tell them all how to listen to the podcast, but here's where I kind of stumble is that I'm
Is this about how to listen to the podcast? Or is this random act of
this
kindness?
is how. Okay, well, I'll do my random act of kindness first.
Wait a minute. If you help people listen to the podcast, that's a good random act of kindness.
Well, I really am not very good at it because I'm like, well, we do it on Facebook, and I'm like, here's this app, but is there not just an easier way to do it, like for people on anything?
Like an app? If you have an app, you can just download. That'd be good.
But what about a person who doesn't have the app? And so then I've got to stand there and be like, okay, you need to download the KCTK radio app.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
if those people don't have apps, they're not going to find it anyway.
Yeah.
If they don't understand.
But if they don't have, I'm like, that's not
There's
the point.
the easiest
Okay.
to either the app or on their, however they listen to their favorite podcast. They can go in there and listen to Tracy's.
Do they listen to podcasts?
Okay, thank you, Paul. I mean, Phil and Paul. Anyway,
if they don't
here's
listen
what
to
my
podcasts,
random
first
act,
of all,
here's what my random act
I
of
don't
kindness
get
is.
it on my
flip phone.
Okay,
Right.
so anyway, so here's the random act of
razor.
kindness. Here's one thing I think
The
is so.
DuPont network doesn't play it.
Hi.
Sorry.
Here's what I think is really sweet when somebody does.
ZZ99.
My friend Gina Vigliatoro, she not only
I
gave
love
me
her.
a tin of cookies with those Italian wedding cookie things that I just freaking die for.
I have some in my car. I just got some
Oh
for my
my
mom
God.
tonight.
Oh my God.
Gina,
So-
shout out to you. Cookie
But
contest.
no, listen,
Bring it on.
guess what she was doing today? She
Making
was
'em?
delivering cookies to her friends.
What the hell?
And I think that
I'm
is
not a
awesome.
friend. It is. It is.
No, I mean, for somebody who takes the time out, literally, I think about it all the time. I think about baking cookies. I will bake some cookies for my family. I'll get them baked here in a day or so. But I would not be good enough to get it done where I had this many and I made this many and I tinned them up and I got them to my friends. I think that's awesome.
My
And-
mother does
and
that
they
every
were-
year, and it's so
right.
good. Yeah.
And see, Gina, but I also want to say that I am out of cookies and I need just a few more to get me through to Christmas. Please, thank you. So
Phil probably give you some hints.
No, I won't.
one,
Yeah, I will give you one.
Gina kind of, she mixes it up. She makes the icing red on them for Christmas instead of just always the
Really?
green. Yeah, but it's weird because you're like, I wonder if this is going to be the same cookie with the green icing, and then you bite it.
It is.
Yes, it is, and it's delicious. Love them, Gina. I will take just maybe 6 and get 10.
What are they called?
Italian wedding cookies, I believe.
They're called biscottis.
Okay, biscottis,
Mhm.
but not a biscotti because that's the coffee.
That's a different type of.
That's
it's
a hard one. That's the
crunchy
hard one. But this is a biscotti, so it's
Italian
kind of like the same thing.
biscotti.
Oh, I knew it's Italian.
Yeah.
Well, what knew that?
That was racist.
Yeah.
Jimmy, out of Italian people. So wait,
Well-
so your act of random act of kindness is what Gina did.
Yes.
You didn't do it. You're just making an example.
I
of it.
don't give her. You want me to report all the random acts of kindness I do? We don't have enough time because it's
Well,
like,
we do.
whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great. Well, shout out to Gina.
Good job,
That's
Gina.
really
That's very
good.
sweet
Because
of
they
you.
were super yummy, and Tim's like, "Oh yeah, I ate the last 2." I'm like,
Good for
"Okay." Yeah.
Hey, Paul, does your uncle still deliver
Poinsettias?
poinsettias?
I don't know.
That's what my dad always called it, a poinsettia. I'm like, Dad, it's a poinsettia. He
Look it up on your
the
phone.
Datsun,
Go ahead, look it up on your phone.
the Ford Tiempo.
Look it up on your
Whatever
phone.
the funniest way to say it is what I'm for. I received a Italian cookie and sauce and pasta
Oh, wait, sauce and pasta?
from Casconi's, a nice gift box from my friend Trent Skaggs.
Really?
Skaggs of the Skaggs Osco CVS people
Sure.
of the Katz's Skaggs
You know what I got him?
Osco.
Nothing.
Well, wait.
Got him absolutely
you served
nothing.
with
Did
him.
you tell him? Did you
As
tell
elected
him
official.
to watch this podcast? Because that would be a pretty nice act of
Hey, Paul, I
kindness.
served with Trent Skaggs also
You did.
as elected official.
Okay.
He doesn't
And I got
All right.
shit.
Hey,
Yeah, you got Jack Squat.
Okay, so back to the show part where
It's really nice.
I still got a couple more shout outs.
Okay.
Okay. So I was talking to some people about watching a podcast. This is where I came into like, I was like, well, you can do it. They're like, oh, is it on Spotify? And I was like,
Yes.
I said, I believe
Just
so.
say yes, it
It
is.
is.
Okay. Well, I
It
didn't
is.
know for sure.
It is.
So I did not want to lie to this gal. So I want to say hi to Suzanne, who I hope is listening or even watching. That would be great.
Hey, Suzanne, if you're listening or watching, call in 913-735-0060 and tell Tracy.
That
Back
would
to you,
be
Tracy.
awesome. And then, hi, Sam. Well, she's probably not because she was the one who, she asked the Spotify thing. And I said, I didn't know.
Hey, Grandma, they might watch it later. This thing is on Facebook
Oh.
for the rest of the lives. They
I
could
am a
watch it.
grandma, but guess what? How Palmer says, Grandma. She's like, ta-da.
That Palmer. Oh,
I know. She's a cutie.
God saved us from grandmother.
yes.
I know, right? Okay. So
Is that segment over?
I think it is.
Is the show over?
Nope. 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 Nope.
Okay, you ready?
And I'm this way because Suzanne poured me good drinks.
I might need another.
Oh, we got it.
It's now time for the band name game.
Oh, no.
Tracy plays a music competition.
Why doesn't have a rap?
He just took it off. Silly Billy. Hillbilly. Silly hillbilly. Oh, that's good. Okay, so now where did we end up last? Were we going with, we were doing A, B, C, and we were doing that? Or are we still having people call in and give us a letter?
I thought this week we were going around with our favorite Christmas songs, just seeing how long.
Oh,
we
that's
go.
pretty good. Well, by the way, so I was watching the Chiefs game, and my friend Tim came up there and watched the game with me. We were having a fantastic time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tracy showed up hours later because she was shopping. And Tim said, let's play the name game band game. We started to play it, and it was just like on the show.
No, it was not.
She couldn't remember goddamn
That's
band.
not true. That's not true. That's not true.
It is true. Tim, if you're there, call in 913-735-0060.
No.
I'm surprised he hasn't called in yet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Either these glasses I can't wear with these headphones, or but I can't see if I don't have the glasses.
All right, so the band game name's over.
No, we're going to say our favorite Christmas songs.
Oh, okay.
And the Tracy's Tips and Dips podcast.
Yeah, Tim.
Could you please play
Could you
Down
please
Tonight
play?
by Casey and the Sunshine Band?
Well,
Thank you.
but
Why
it's
have I
not
never
really
noticed that he
Christmas.
says, will you please pay?
I
Will you
think he
please
says, no, I
pay?
think he says, you will please pay.
Okay, we need to hear.
Okay, I never noticed him say that, but I noticed that this time. Peace, Bay. Okay.
So I went to last week to the Powell Gardens.
Oh, okay.
You told us about this already.
No, I didn't. Not on the show because I went last Thursday.
Well, then why do you tell us things
Because I'm telling you.
You're supposed to say before the podcast?
He
He told me.
didn't
He
tell
told
me.
me those Sundays.
Okay.
You
And
should.
so
You
what?
guys got
So
things.
you walk through this thing. It's really beautiful. So and there's no music. So I put my phone in my back pocket and I played the Rat Pack Christmas.
Wow.
And I was walking around like theme music. And I'd walk by, you'd think people they're like smiling when I walk by. I've never had people smile at me like that. It was really nice. Like, oh, and then people following me.
They probably were wearing
Yeah.
That's a song.
Okay.
You see it?
No.
Okay. It's all doing something. It's doing something.
Okay.
Okay. I'll snap.
I don't understand the game we're playing.
We're saying a Christmas frickin' song.
White Christmas.
Thank you, Paul.
Wait,
we're just naming Christmas
now,
songs?
do they know it's Christmas?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I was just trying to remember. Silent Night.
Jingle bells.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
Oh, you creep. Oh, Christmas tree.
Rudolph.
I was going to say that. I want to say Frosty, but it's not a Christmas song.
Yeah,
Frosty
it
the
is.
Snowman?
Okay, Frosty.
It is.
It's not enough Christmas in it.
Frosty. No, that's a good point. Let's ban it.
Right.
I'm going to say, Hark the Herald Angels Sing.
All I want for Christmas is you.
And a tune in a bucket.
Christmas Tree Farm. That one's for Drunk Julie.
Oh, I don't remember that one. Oh, is that a Taylor Swift song?
I Only Want You.
Well, thank
That's
you,
not
Tracy.
one.
But what's
That's
the song?
not a song.
I Only Want You for Christmas. Yeah, it's that guy, that one, Alan Jackson.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that for a minute.
Sure you do. Look it
Let
up.
it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I'm going to sing all mine.
Okay, I'm gonna start singing mine too.
Okay.
But I think my microphone's not working.
War is over.
Huh?
War is over.
Wow.
You know that one?
No.
War is over.
Oh yeah,
if you
that's one of the
want it.
'80s Band-Aid ones or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're too-
What did you say? What was yours?
Let it snow.
Okay, Silver Bells.
You guys
Oh,
go-
Silver Bells.
I really must go,
Silver
but baby,
bells.
it's cold. It's my song.
Okay.
I really must go, but baby, it's cold
No, wait,
outside.
Is that a Christmas song?
I gotta go.
Well, it is, but it doesn't
Baby, it's
sound
cold
like it.
outside. Why don't I have another drink? Yeah, you need to stay here.
Oh, da, 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 da,
That's it.
da, da,
That's
da.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
This is John Lennon, but Phil's going to sing the karaoke version of it.
Now I do improvisational lyrics.
Oh, I do that good too. Oh no. You should hear me sing War Pigs.
So this is Christmas.
See, it's very good. Okay, next segment.
Yeah, which is it? What is it? You guys, I feel like we started the show on time, and I feel like we're rushing it. Can we please?
Oh no, we got a lot of stuff.
Could we please pump the brakes?
I'd like someone to call 913-735-0060 and say who won.
Could we please pump the brakes? Okay. Oh, you guys always want me to freaking.
Someone can please call in and say who won that last. We keep playing the game and no one
did the wrong thing, didn't I? I'm sorry.
And you're not.
It's now time for advice and tips. Tracy shares her wisdom.
This is always a good one. Hey, new listeners. The name of the show is Tracy's Tips and Dips. If you miss any part of the show, if you need to go to the bathroom or get a beer, this is the time you would go.
And at the break too is a good time.
No, this is a better time.
Okay, well, here's the thing. So, like I was telling somebody about, they're like, "Oh, you do a podcast?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess that's what you call it."
Telling everyone. You're telling the clerk at
What is
Hy-Vee.
a fingernail? That's gross.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were on an old style terrestrial radio and you haven't mentioned it at all.
I know.
Are you going to?
Well, I figured Phil would because that's what he does. But I also, that was a weird thing because, I was just somebody who was interviewed for that story. I had nothing to do with any of content or anything like that.
Well, anyway, our friends, our family, our sister network over at KCUR Radio did what's the matter?
Nothing. I'm just laughing.
They did a feature about your mother.
They did.
And they talked about her life and that she was taken way too early from us because of COVID.
Absolutely.
It was a great
It
story.
Was.
The pictures were great.
Thank you, Danny Hodson, here's what the deal was. NPR, the KCUR radio station here, the national public radio station here.
That's our
sister station, absolutely.
They wish.
They reached out to their listeners, as I do all the time, asking for random acts of kindness to be shared with me to share on the show. But they asked for listeners to, anybody who'd been impacted by death of COVID, a member of a family or somebody they knew, and they wanted to touch base on how it's affected just this community here in Kansas City.
That's amazing.
So Danny Hodson, my mother's cousin's grandson, writes in about my mother. But he apparently writes this beautiful letter. I would actually love to read that. Exactly. That's what I would love to read. Because
Danny Hodson, if you're listening, 913-735-0060.
Or
give
his
us a
dad,
call
Scott,
and read the letter to us.
I mean, because
that'd be a Christmas miracle.
I did forget about that. I did want to hear that because
this is KCUR 89.
You want to hear that whole thing now?
Kansas City.
Okay.
The pandemic. This is KCUR.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted to.
Oh, sure.
93 NPR in Kansas City.
Absolutely.
Back to you.
The pandemic has left many families struggling to put food on the table. It's an issue Renee Fletcher cared deeply about, spending more than a decade volunteering at food pantries before her death from the coronavirus. KCUR's.
Did she really do that?
Work at food pantries?
Yeah.
She did food. Yeah, she worked for Harvesters.
Oh, I don't think I can stop with that starting over. Oh, yeah, okay. Because it seems as though in the last few years, people are always going volunteering there. Mm-hmm. Renee did it when it wasn't cool to do it.
Right. Because she didn't have a Facebook to put it on. Look what I do. Look at me. She did it and didn't get credit for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Aviva Hudson Haberman brings us this remembrance.
Renee Fletcher was a glamorous woman. She dressed to the nines and wouldn't leave her house without styling her hair, which used to be a stunning platinum blonde. In the 1950s.
I like it that you're different from your mother. You didn't have to go that same route. You know what I mean, Tracy?
You're exact opposite of leaving the house with no makeup on or no styling.
And you're different, and I admire that.
She was Miss KC Chamber of Commerce.
Damn straight she
was.
My
mother, when she left the house, she had on her outfit, the jewelry to all match it.
That's Tracy No, the youngest of Renee's 4 children. Renee was an involved stay-at-home mom, taking Tracy to ceramic classes with her.
She was a soccer mom before we knew what one was,
When Tracy was in high school, Renee decided to go back to work and got a job at the U.S. Department of Agriculture. She was active in her church, and in her retirement, she spent many hours volunteering at the...
What'd she do for the Department of Agriculture?
She worked in accounts receivables, and she was the supervisor of the whole department.
Love it.
She actually one time found $1 million error in the United States favor for a wheat purchase or wheat selling or something. Wow. Yep. She talked to the Pentagon and stuff.
That's more than the president has done in the last 4 years. Renee Fletcher.
She would talk to the Pentagon and stuff. I mean, She was kind of like a spy, I'm pretty sure.
You know that Biden is appointed Tom Vilsack for the agriculture, and he already did it for Obama
for 8 years. I'll bet he knew your mother.
I'm just saying that
I'm
Renee
sure.
would have got the nod if she was still,
without a doubt,
because she would have been so much younger than Biden.
Right.
Community Service League and Harvesters Food Drop. She had a big family, 10 grandchildren and 13 great-grandkids. So Christmas was a huge deal. Scott Hodson, one of Renee's relatives, says she was always on the hunt for stocking stuffers. Her favorite place was Harbor Freight Tools.
That is true.
The Minsky's at the Minsky.
Yeah, she went there. She went there every day with their coupons.
Really?
They say that.
A discount hardware store.
They advertise every day. If you come in, you get a free something.
But like,
she
who's
would
this guy?
go
Is this
to
people?
Harbor Freight every day to get her free thing.
She had drawers full of this stuff: measuring tapes, keychain flashlights, scissors, and every year she used them to fill stockings.
I love it.
That's where you had all that stuff at the sale, right?
Right. Yeah. Oh,
You had
literally.
all that wires.
Yeah.
And shit.
Yeah.
So we called it the murder kit. It came with a tarp, a flashlight.
We did. We'd tell my mom, thanks for the murder kit.
All these different things you could get at Harbor Freight.
On Saturday nights, Renee would host a penny poker game. Danny Hodson was in high school when he started attending. His grandma was Renee's cousin and lived with her.
You can just imagine the fun times that were had at poker with two old ladies, and there was always a rotating cast of who would be there.
Renee made it a point to always count up her pennies at the end of the game, joking that she needed them for her house payment. She was a bit nosy, an organized pack rat who always put others before herself. But she also could be secretive. Tracy didn't find out until much later in her life that her mom was adopted.
She could go through some crazy interrogation,
which I would
not break because she had some good secrets.
Renee was a woman of steel. When she suffered from a pulmonary embolism this year, she had to be resuscitated 3 times.
So they told us she would be brain dead. Well, not her. No, she was not. She was not at all.
She somehow managed to recover. And when the pandemic hit, Renee was careful. She watched the news all the time, and her daughter Lysoled the groceries. In late April, she started to feel weak and didn't have an appetite. Her doctor wasn't sure what was going on. She didn't have that awful cough or shortness of breath. Her daughter took Renee to St. Luke's. It was there that she got tested for the coronavirus.
I know when they told her that she had COVID, I knew she was going to die. And that just is hard too, because she was afraid of getting it.
She died May 3rd, one of more than 1,200 deaths in the Kansas City metro. Danny Hodson says each of those people has a story and a family left grieving.
Having someone so close to me
He's the one who wrote the letter
pass
about
so
my mom.
soon
Cousin Danny.
in the pandemic, it has completely shaped the way I've seen the commentary to those people who say that I don't know someone who's died from it. You shouldn't have to know someone.
When Danny sees the long lines at food banks, he thinks of Renee and his grandma, who both gave so much of their time volunteering there.
If they were still here, they would be working even harder to give that food to the people who need it.
When Renee died, her family asked for food donations in her honor. Her neighbors and friends rallied together, donating granola bars, mac and cheese, and cereal, enough to fill a large truck. And Renee Fletcher was able to help feed families one last time. For KCUR 89.3, I'm Aviva Okeson-Haberman.
Now
That was really nice.
Yeah, it was really
wasn't
nice. Now we make a little light because that's what we do on the
Yeah.
show. But that was an amazing tribute to your mom. It
Yeah.
really was neat. And you know, it's interesting. Your mother was the first person I even heard that got COVID
Oh, I know.
at all.
I know.
Those whole thing. We remember we shut down and you couldn't go to work here, and then no soul.
We had
that
no
knew
clue.
it.
We didn't even understand what was happening.
Yep.
At all.
And then Renee Fletcher, and that's when it touched close to me. Like, wow, this is the real
Well,
thing.
I can remember people saying, one time, wow, does anybody know anybody who's died from this? But all these people are dying. We see all these statistics
The
of
numbers.
so many, the numbers are growing. But I'm like, I swear it was a week to the day probably before my mom passed away that I said to somebody, do you even know anybody who knows anybody? Because I'm like, all these numbers coming in and I don't know anybody who even knows anybody who had it. And then it smacked me right in the face. Yeah. I mean,
And then your story about you getting it and feeling okay, but she was already ill and it
Well,
affected her.
she-
So you have to be careful, folks.
Well, but the thing is that she was feeling great, and then the 2 weeks before she passed away, she kind of started. She was weak. She didn't have a loss. She had a loss of appetite. They didn't know that was a symptom. Then they knew that it was coughing, shortness of breath. It was a more of a flu-like cold pneumonia.
And you had a Lysol everything, and now you don't as much. It's all we know now. It's airborne. We didn't know that. Then.
Exactly. And the thing is that we did the symptoms she had. She did have symptoms, but at that point she didn't because we didn't know what they were.
Right.
But a loss of appetite and a loss of taste. She said, I can't, she'd taste something. She'd be like, I can't even taste it. Had we known that? I mean, obviously my mother was older and she had past issues. So it probably would have not mattered, which is even more sad, I guess, to think that even if you knew in advance, you would have just known. You wouldn't have been able to help it.
Well, we learned from her. So she left us the last thing. She taught us even more. Here's how it goes. Here's how it works. Here's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
So
I was thankful that the
her.
Democratic Party could take her and still have her vote.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Right. Oh, wow. That's all the politics.
Oh my God. This is not a political show, guys. Who are listening for the first time. Don't think we're political because we mentioned a few little,
Okay.
political things.
Are you ready to go back to advice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't mean to bring everything down, but that is an important thing.
Yeah. Oh no. I think that is advice.
It feels
right there.
sad now.
I think there's an advice in that in itself.
Shares her wisdom.
So let me. You told me to watch the Facebook. So Linda Sykes is watching. Keith Enfield, your high school boyfriend, Keith
Oh my
Enfield.
God. He was more
watching?
like, I think
Yep.
we might have been boyfriend and girlfriend for a day in
I
like
remember you
junior
guys were.
high.
Yeah.
Maybe in junior high.
Have you ever seen this guy now?
I've
Okay.
seen him on Facebook.
Okay, so
but
he's old.
and he looks
jacked.
amazing. Yeah, I've seen
this guy is
I've seen
muscles
pictures of
on
him, and
muscles.
I'm like, I want him to be my bodyguard.
Yeah, I'm a fat bastard. He's
he's
Or-
like an athlete. as
Or
well,
I'd like
right?
to go maybe dancing with him.
Well, he's
sometime.
always been an athlete, but now,
Yeah,
but
I remember.
at his age now, he's just bulked up. He's a good-looking guy.
Or maybe
There's
we could go
Debbie
dancing.
Hadfield's there. Sheila Walkweekens. I'm not sure who that is. Gina's there. Hey, Gina. She says I'm such a good singer. Thank you, Gina. I know. I would like to taste some of your cookies.
Yeah, she can bring
Lisa-
them delivered by the studio.
Yep.
We'll make sure someone's
You
here when
just
she
said-
delivers.
Lisa Agnew. How are you doing, Lisa?
Oh, that's my sister.
And Shelly Walls.
Yeah, Shelly was at the axe throwing contest. we
Okay,
went
we
to.
already heard about your axe throwing, Shelly. Here you're real
Oh,
good
boy,
at it.
boy,
So
boy,
there you go.
boy.
So good. Sorry.
Can't wait to eat this cookie.
Now
from
about
Gina.
tips. Yeah, she would probably
I
be by
know
the
it.
studio or call us, Gina, at 913-735-0060 on when you want to deliver those to the studio. Tracy, give us a tip.
I don't want to.
You don't want to
No,
because you don't have one.
no, I do have one, and I keep rereading it, and I just know you're going to butcher it, and I don't need
When
that.
has he ever done that?
I know, right?
Let me ask a couple questions. Number one, when did you come to figure out the tip?
Actually, I have my
within
tip.
the last
I do
half
have my
hour.
tip. No, really, this was written no. This is all here. The tip is right here.
I didn't ask that.
Okay.
I asked when did you
Okay.
put this tip
I'm
together?
ready to write down.
Okay, the tips. I already have all the tips. You don't even understand. I just
That's
have
not
to
true.
go to
That's
my.
not true.
I
Most
go
of the
to my
time-
tip bank.
No,
and I have to.
no. Most of the time,
Fiddle,
you are
fiddle.
on your phone looking the tip as the show starts.
Okay, well, that's not true.
That is true. I've seen you do it. I've seen you read from your thing. Like
I've had
you
to-
search tips. and
Because
it
I
comes
write
up.
it because I put them on my phone in my notes. You ding dong.
No, it's tips.
Yes, I do. Look here.
And then one thing is like,
Podcast.
just put the tip in. Huh?
No, no.
Reach the cobwebs. Drag a helium balloon along them. Gone.
That's good.
Tip.
There you go. Let's go to the next segment.
You know what?
Oh.
No, the tip is Harley-Davidson anti-fog spray.
No, you already said that. You said that in
Um,
passing. That can't be the tip.
Okay, well, I said another thing that I started, and you
You-
said it could be the tip, and I said we use
No,
that as the
you
tip.
have to have a tip. It's the
I
show
do
is
have a
called
tip.
Tracy's
I
Tips
do have
and
a tip.
Dips.
Okay, so I was hanging my Christmas lights on my gutter, okay? And I hurt my finger really bad because the screws in the gutter, the screw
You
in the
were on
gutter.
a ladder hanging Christmas lights.
Yes.
At your advanced age.
Yeah.
You could fall and break a hip.
That's right.
You think I could break a hip?
Most definitely.
I've fallen numerous times. I've never broken a hip.
Well, you probably
used
fell
to
when
be
you're
young.
younger.
Yeah.
I just,
But
okay.
that's long gone.
So you're on a ladder.
Well, anyway, thank God I didn't fall and break a
Yeah.
hip. And so the
Doesn't your
screws,
fiance have a broken arm from falling down?
actually, he dropped something on his wrist or
Oh.
hand or something. Nobody really knows. I'd say it was a crazy
have
accident.
hurt
Nobody
him.
was there about. Yeah. So the gutter screws, the screws that hold the gutter pieces together,
Gutter screws.
That thing is like sharp like a razor blade. So I hurt my finger very badly because
they're not made to hang lights on. They're hang gutters.
I was hanging clippy things on the gutter that are made for hanging lights on your gutters. So I'm thinking, but I'm struggling with it. And I'm thinking, this is awful. Guess what you could use? Clothespins. And if you want to hang lights just from your trees and yards that just have that are like stick branches and not a lot of bush like to hang it from, you could also use the clothespins for that
Not a
too.
lot of bush anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to trim your tree, I only go that far with it.
Let me get this straight. So your tip for the listeners and the viewers, because we have people watching on Facebook and listening to podcasts later here on Spotify or on
Apple Podcast or Android Podbean,
wherever you get your favorite podcast.
Radio with Personality.
Are you saying that your tip is if you're getting up on a ladder, hanging Christmas lights up, you should use clothespins?
No, I was just saying when I was doing it, I never said you brought in the ladder. I just said I was doing it on the gutter.
Are you standing?
Doing it?
Well, but yeah, I was on a ladder, but that has nothing to do with the advice. The advice is there's other means than
Do you think people have clothespins in their house? Because I don't have a
That's
clothespin.
funny because when I was thinking about this tip, I was like, you know what? I know that I've got like 3 clothespins in my laundry room and this drawer thing. But I thought, you know what? I know where to get clothespins.
Where?
Dollar General.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You think so? Did you
No,
go
I'm
buy 'em?
positive. No, I used to merchandise and Dollar General's was one of our stores.
How long ago was that? Before they
Less
had
than 2
washers
years
and
ago.
dryers?
Yeah, it was less than 2 years ago.
So your tip to everyone here for
Use
Christmas
clothespins.
is
It's
go
the
to
healthy
Dollar
way.
General store,
No.
buy, what's a pack of, how many things in a pack? 6, 12,
Oh no, probably like 40.
40.
Yeah, because the way they put them like
So go to Dollar General, buy 40 clothespins,
Okay, and that's
get
not
up
the
on a
tip.
ladder
Anyway.
and put it on and do your lights.
You know what else you can do? When you're done with those, you can keep them and put your clothes up and have them dry.
Oh, yeah. Or put them in the dryer.
Yeah.
That's my mouth.
Hey, by the way, when you guys leave, go by the Scott's house. They
Who's
have
the Scotts?
beautiful lights over there. Not Dover, but the next street. Second one up next to the old
Manuela?
Dick and
Manuela's
Sheets.
house? Oh, by Gail Dickensheet's house?
Yeah.
Oh, I already took a picture.
Okay.
I
They have
took
some
a picture.
beautiful lights.
That's my mom's
about
old
the-
house.
Oh, that's right.
He
Yeah,
says
yeah.
my mom's old house.
Okay, that's right. I call it the old Scott.
Do you know? I want to give a
Who's
shout
Scott?
out. Listen,
Rhonda and
yeah,
and
that's their
David
last
Scott.
name. Listen,
Oh, they live there?
my
Yeah.
mother's,
Oh, gotcha.
my mom's neighbor, her neighbor who is now their neighbor,
Mm-hmm.
Becky. She sent me a text yesterday. So sweet, and I thought it was really. I mean, I was very, very pleased.
What about the boys that have their
She
house
says,
down here?
she
It's
says,
beautiful. It's a
listen,
plaza.
Becky here in Thomas Shaw says, I heard your mom's tribute today on KCUR. Very cool. I sure miss her. She was one special lady, Becky.
Aw, she just text that right now?
No, just yesterday, last night.
Oh,
But as far as lights,
What about
there's
the
someone
lights?
down the street that you know. What those
Oh,
guys
I
named down the-
know,
What's their name?
right?
Pat and
Carmack.
Pat
Scott Carmack. Scott Carmack.
Pat and Scott.
No,
Scott and Pat.
I
Scott
don't
and
know. No,
Gary.
it's Scott and
Are you sure? I think it's Pat.
actually, you know, I don't know his name.
Anyway, they have a beautiful.
Oh, they do that big Christmas
Yes.
box, the
They are
gift.
so good
Yeah.
at decorating. They ran Brent Herrick out of the neighborhood.
Yep, he had to move. The kid had to move.
So you get
Yeah.
because the
Hey,
competition.
shout out to Brent Herrick, who's in the hospital with COVID. He's been in the hospital for the last week. Little Brent Herrick.
Who are you?
Yep, his oxygen's down below 90. They won't let him get out. Shout out to you. I know he listens. He's a longtime listener.
Oh, wow.
And Damon listens too.
He's now at the 95. He's getting stronger. And tomorrow
Now,
they're
what
weaning him
95
off.
is this his oxygen level?
Oh, so you know.
I'm sorry.
That means yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah. And then they're hoping to wean him off tomorrow and hopefully get him home on Friday.
Oh, thank goodness. That would be
Yeah.
so great for him to
Hope
be
he's
home.
turning the
for
corner.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Well, gosh, God bless his family. And Susan, his sister, we're thinking about you
Yep,
guys. That's,
yep.
yeah. And his family, his wife and kids, I don't know them, but
And his brother Steve.
His brother, big brother Steve.
okay, yeah. Prayers and thoughts to them for sure.
It's now time for Totally Gnarly.
Did I send it to you?
Tracy shares a
No.
song
Oh,
she
okay.
likes.
I had one ready to go.
Well, but I do. Well, I'll show you what I've got, and then you do whichever one you want. Okay.
Is it time for break?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's going to be in a second.
Oh,
This
Lord.
Is, wait, I'm going to do it over here because you complained at me.
Well, complain to you about what? I
Well,
would never.
the past week, next week, guys, they got it going on.
Those guys went for like 2 hours.
Yeah, well, Tom Gully called in. What are you gonna do?
No, really?
Yeah,
I missed that.
Talk to him for a while.
Oh, well, hey, Tom Gold, if you're listening, call in 913-973-5060.
Okay, so some people that haven't listened to the show here at KCTK Radio, this place is broadcast all over the world, right?
Worldwide.
And so you're on Delmarva, which is Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia.
Called Biden Radio.
Yeah, and then you're also in Arizona.
Yeah,
and then sometime in Italy.
They went defunct.
Oh, they funked up.
Yeah, they funked it up.
But so anyway, there's this guy named Tom Gully. Where's he out of?
He's out of Utah.
Okay, he's on your show, and everyone else that you always do these promos, everyone else sucks. Tom Gully's good.
He's like a real guy.
Yeah,
he's a
good.
real radio guy.
He's good.
So okay, what's the name of the song, Tracy? We're gonna
I
show
sent it to you.
Okay.
On your phone. I'm
gonna
saying
put it on this screen so our Facebook friends can see.
I know,
it
but
as
I
well.
wanted you. I mean, maybe you want to pick a different one. Okay, so these glasses.
Why can't you tell him what it is? Why didn't you say I sent it to
it's
him?
secretive.
Oh, it's a secret.
Because the reason I like this song is I got to give my little intro. The reason I like this song is because I love it when
I love the Chinatown Bleachers.
I love
is that gonna be it?
I love it when artists, older and younger, collaborate together. I love that. And this
tell us about
the collaborator. You guys figure out who the collaborator is, but the band is Bleachers, and they've got themselves a hot humdinger there as a featured artist with them.
This is Chris. Next week with Chris and Paul. Listen to us every weekday at 10 a.m. and our live show on Sundays at 10 a.m. right here on KCTK Radio, personality-driven radio.
Want to get your wife or girlfriend a gift that will change her life? Ladies, how would you like to have great eyebrows, luscious lips, an eyeliner that stays put, and makeup that doesn't go anywhere? How would you like to go all day looking like your makeup was just applied? If you said yes to any of those things, then the answer is permanent makeup. This simple and easy procedure is quick, painless, and the results are outstanding. No more reapplying and no more smudging of your makeup. And in our area, Natural Image Salon in Lee Summit is the only place to perform your permanent cosmetic procedure. The professionals at Natural Image Salon in Lee Summit are your answer to waking up every morning with perfect makeup and the great feeling of knowing whether you're swimming, working out, or just waking up, you will always look beautiful. Call Natural Image Permanent Cosmetic Salon at 816-525-9971, 816-525-9971 for a free consultation. Gift certificates are also available. Tell them you heard this ad and get $25 off any procedure. Natural Image, your investment in a beautiful you.
Talk about white privilege.
We're back. We're back from that show. I even got on the Facebook while we had the break.
You stop calling the fucking Facebook.
And I said that I think we lost every listener with that crappy song.
I didn't like it.
It sounded a lot better in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe you play just a little bit of it because I like that you're kind of featuring new music on the show. That's pretty cool.
I mean, if I had my way, I'd probably play 80s only.
You do have your way. You picked the song. You had your way. You picked the song.
I want to reach everybody. I don't want to have like some sort of like a robot type person that's listening to my show. I want to reach everybody. I want to touch lives everywhere.
Touch robots' lives.
I want to touch robots' lives.
Robots' lives matter. Did you hear that, Janelle?
Did she say that robots' lives don't matter?
Yes.
Oh my God,
She
Janelle.
says all lives matter.
Hey, Hotworks
It's now
family.
time for This Day in History. Tracy teaches us about the past.
Well, listen up, my students, because I've got some history lessons for you today. I am going to tell you that it was a pretty boring day in history, I'll tell you. Not a lot happened. Oh, can I? Okay, I'll get it. Just don't let me forget about In 1918, you know what happened? Which I thought this was kind of early for this to have happened. Jack Dempsey knocked out Carl Morris in 14 seconds. I didn't know they boxed back in 1918.
Yeah.
What were they wearing? Like loincloths?
Pantaloons, I think is what they were.
They didn't wear gloves.
Yeah.
So they were just just
Yep, just punch each other right in the face.
Okay. well, maybe it's easier to knock somebody out in 14 seconds with a big old quad to the jaw.
Sure.
And they did it like, put them up, put them up, put them up.
Y'all get you dirty wreck school.
Yeah, that's how they did it.
What is this?
And then this is another, and this is another history
Yeah,
item,
it's this day in history. That's the whole segment.
that I thought was very early on because, and I don't, please help me guys, you sports enthusiasts.
That's us.
1923, the NFL championship, undefeated Canton Bulldogs.
Sure.
Who the hell are the Canton Bulldogs in an NFL team?
Canton, Ohio. They became the Cleveland Browns.
Really? See, I never knew that.
And that's why the NFL Hall of Fame is in Canton, Ohio. You knew that, right?
I knew it was in Ohio.
Canton, Ohio. You did.
But I saw another thing on this day.
Harry Gray.
I saw another
knows a lot
thing
about that
on
stuff.
this day in history that was an NFL thing. I didn't. 1923. Were they like coach and buggy in it to the stadium or what?
Yeah, they probably were. Some were probably in cars. And
Hey,
some
did you
weren't.
see this? Let's not get aside this day in history. See what the NFL did? Excuse me, the Major League Baseball.
I did see a couple of
Today-
things, but no. Okay, here's the thing. If I really wasn't familiar with it, I'm not really comfortable with reporting. As you saw how I fumbled through the NFL thing. I fumbled, no pun intended.
Oh.
But
So
I
today-
do not like reporting dates and things in history that I really am not that.
That's okay. This day in history.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball took the Negro League Baseball stats and statistics and made them all Major League stats and statistics. So made all the Negro
And
League
they did
players
that today?
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe
Stats
Biden, for
page.
making.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
all of them now.
Thank you,
are
Barack
lumped in.
Obama, for making that happen.
It wasn't Barack Obama. But isn't that interesting? So
That's
all
really
those
cool.
Negro League players now are in the same league with all Major League ball players with their stats and everything.
But everybody listening, that was years ago. That was
No, it's
it
today.
happened on this
It
day.
happened today.
What year?
Today.
That didn't happen years ago.
December 17th.
Yeah, that's what's so amazing.
2020.
About it. You would think that would happen years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Today.
I
Yeah.
literally thought you meant today, but
No,
30 years ago.
Today. This day, today.
Wow. So what do you think the Indians should
No.
be called now?
The Cleveland Football Club.
But are you saying?
No, they're changing their
Hey,
baseball.
I have a
But
question.
Washington is the Washington Football
You
Club.
guys, I have a serious question. Hey, can I ask a serious question? That's
You
stupid.
sure can.
So, Major League the black major
Negro leagues.
Okay, so
Hey, be careful.
no, I'm just asking
Negro
if it's a
League Baseball.
But does that mean
Don't even say it.
If you're in the major,
Right.
major league, are you in the? Because if you're black, then are you in the Negro League?
So
or
the-
you have to play in a different league? It's a different game.
So before the olden days, they wouldn't let black people play in the Major League
Right, I
Baseball.
remember that.
And so they had their own league called the Negro League.
Okay.
And then finally, a man named Jackie Robinson was
Mhm.
allowed to play in the Major League Baseball. And they thought, oh my gosh. And he, number 42. If listeners, if I'm wrong, 913-735-0060. So they wouldn't let black people play. So they had to play in the Negro League.
Right.
So then the Negro League ended when blacks were
So
able to
all
play.
those statistics from that point that point have never been considered, and now they are.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Thank you, Phil. I
You bet.
appreciate that. That's a very
This day
that's
and
that
That's
is
a cool thing.
Yeah.
and because that was actually today,
December
16th, 2020, folks.
Yep.
Coming right here from
This
you
day in
at
history.
KCTK Radio, Tracy's Tips and Dips, 913-735-0060.
Caller number one knows all about that, but I haven't heard from him in a while. I
Yeah,
don't
what's
know what
happened to him? Is he okay?
Whoa, did he? Because the last time he called in, you weren't here.
Oh.
Remember, I had to take the
Mhm.
call.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
caller
the last,
number-
is that the last time he called in?
Yeah. So we miss you, caller one.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Does he affect the other shows too? Is a Y guy calling in and stuff? Wow. Has he got COVID or anything? We checked on
No,
him?
he said check on him. He's working a lot. Okay. We check on listeners, by the way, because we care.
Oh yeah. In fact, I think if everybody could give us their
Probably what we should do is just use like a phone tree to do the show.
Yes. Yes.
I actually do kind of a phone tree thing. It's a text tree.
I will start with Karen Bourne. Karen, Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening. Tracy, go.
Any more history?
Oh yeah. In 1930, Bobby Jones first to win the James E. Sullivan Award. But the reason I bring notice to this is that Bobby Jones was in the Bagger Vance story that the myth. What is it? What was the movie about Bagger Vance with Will Smith?
Will Smith.
Golf?
Golf. Yeah.
Yeah, golf. Yes, but I just thought that was interesting because Bobby Jones. I'd heard of him in that Bagger Vance movie.
Do you know what golf really stands for?
Gentlemen only, ladies forbidden.
How dare you?
I think the whole concept of this day in history is to have some interesting things.
Okay. How about 1940? Joe Louis knocks out Al McCoy.
No.
A lot of knockouts going on.
No.
I know. How about 1946? Christian Dior founded the House of Christian Dior Fashion. In 1946.
What country did is that France or Paris or?
Yeah, that'd be France.
Okay.
How about in 1950? Harry S. Truman proclaims a state of emergency against communist imperialists. And I really don't know.
Still, there's not a bigger Harry S. Truman fan than me, but that's not significant.
Guess what? I said, did I not start off this whole segment with nothing happened on this day in history?
Right.
I'm struggling. 1950, Shirley Temple retires at the age of 22. But did she? No, because how long have we heard about her?
Yeah. She was the ambassador. She became
Yes, she
an ambassador.
was. That's right. She did retire from Hollywood.
Shirley Temple Black.
Exactly.
Was her name.
Because Black. Yes,
That was-
because she was
that was
married
her
to somebody.
husband's-
Yes, I get that.
Shirley Temple
Black.
Black
Lives Matter. Yeah.
Right.
But then, okay, so let's go to birthdays. Guess whose birthday? There was nobody important.
Wait a
birthday.
second. Wait a second. This day in history in 1773 was the Boston Tea Party.
Oh my
How can you
goodness.
not mention that?
Because I always just basically past the 1700s and the early 1800s.
Wow, it's the start of our country.
Okay, well, yay.
Taxation without representation.
Phil, I think
The
that's
revolution started.
Phil, that's why
We
you're here.
took it. We threw the
Phil.
tea into Boston Harbor and said, "No, King George,
Where?
we won't take it."
Alexander, yes.
No, it's King George. It's a midnight raid.
That's why you're
To
here,
protest
Phil,
the
to
British-
bring out the boring historical moments. I'm trying to find the fancy, exciting ones.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But
Are we done with
Go ahead,
this day in
birthdays
so
history?
now we got birthdays.
Birthdays.
Literally, honestly, on the website that I go to, which apparently I need to switch up,
Mhm.
there was nobody's birthday that I felt worthy of bringing onto this show in the short time that we have to do our show. But it was my cousin Heather Hildebrand's birthday today, who we went axe throwing for. And I think that she deserves a big, huge happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Axe Heather.
Heather Axe
Heather Axe.
Hildebrand, yeah.
Wait, what?
We threw axes. He's just being funny.
Oh.
Sorry, you don't get it.
Why is it axe?
We
'Cause
threw
she threw
axes. We
axes.
threw axes on
Oh,
her.
Heather,
We
throwing axes.
We celebrated her birthday on Saturday night throwing axes at the Power and Light District at Blades and Timber.
It's now time
Great.
for delicious dips. Tracy shares a recipe for an enjoyable treat.
Okay, so the choices were crazy for dips for Christmas. And I thought that there were no more dips. But then if you put in Christmas dips, a ton come up. Yeah, get your paper out. Because this one is really good. And here's the thing. The website I got it off of, because everybody knows, some of these recipes are my own. Some of the ones that I get off the internet, okay?
None of them are yours.
No, some of them have been mine. Many have been mine. But
In
the way,
1770,
the reason
Ludwig von Beethoven was born. Is that maybe a significant birthday? Someone
I'd
born on this day?
say when he
Are you
cut
kidding
his,
me?
it was my cousin Heather's birthday. I'm sorry, I thought that was the most important.
Beethoven is considered, well, I think he's the second best songwriter of all time.
Second to
Who's Eddie Van
Taylor or
Halen?
Paul?
Paul.
Okay.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
Taylor maybe third.
Third.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, but this dip, I'm imagining it with red apple slices and green apple slices, which
Granny
is
Smith's
going to be
and-
so festive for Christmas, right?
Yeah.
So it is called Carmel Apple Dip.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then here's the great
If you
thing.
say you melt some caramel and dip a slice of apple in here,
Oh, I'm not going
the
to say
show's
that.
over.
Okay. Well, that's not what I'm going to say. Thank God.
That is exactly what you're going to say.
No, it's not. What it is, okay, so you need, what do you need, Paul? What do you always need?
Cream cheese.
You always got to have cream cheese.
Okay.
You've always got to have cream cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so it's 8 ounces of cream cheese because that's the block. It comes in 8 ounces.
Yeah.
A third a cup of sugar.
Okay.
A 16-ounce container of the already made up caramel dip. So yeah, this is an
Okay.
easy dip recipe. This
All
is easy and fast.
Can you use caramel?
Okay, you can melt your own caramel. and make it into dip if you want, but you have to have marked it.
I use caramel instead of caramel, which would be best.
Well, let me just see if the Maseratis people are the Marzettis. Marzettis.
Okay, so all right, go ahead.
So you can use a container and it's a 16-ounce container of the already made caramel dip. Okay. So you take the, and then you're going to have, here's what I'm imagining it being on top of it, because it's Christmas. So you want to use like mint chocolate chip, like those M&M, the mint M&Ms that are in the red and green. And you want to crunch those up. Okay. M&Ms. The Christmas M&Ms, but they're the mint ones too. Okay. Or if they have them regular, but I'm picturing for the display of it, you can also use toffee chips or peanuts. There's any whatever crunchy topping you would want to put with this. Okay.
Doritos, like hot cheese Doritos probably wouldn't work.
No, I love salty and sweet.
They would just taste
salty
like shit.
And sweet.
Okay.
That's right, Phil. So anyway, so you take the cream cheese at room temperature, you mix the sugar in with it. Okay. So you mix that. So you're going to have a layer of cream cheese on the bottom of your dish. Then you're going to put the caramel.
Okay.
And all these have to be at room temperature, else they're not going to be spreadable. And then whatever topping you choose. You know what? Candy canes crunched up on top. Perfect. Ooh. And then the red apple slices and the green apple slices. What a beautiful display.
Wow.
That's it. That is the easy. I mean, that's an easy dip, but I think we like easy dips, don't we?
Yeah, and so
like I'm breaking out.
So you would use.
So
you would use the apples as what you would use the dip.
Yes, and you can also dip in your graham crackers. You know, it's like the birthday cake dip from last week.
It was delicious.
I know. Paul, you never even had it, liar.
I went up there and I handed a bunch of it and then I left, and you guys were all having.
Really?
A good
Did you
time.
have it before or after the cigarettes were stuck inside it?
Before. It was a good time. Good party.
It was a mess. It was a mess. They started doing shots. I did 2 or 3 shots, and I hate doing shots. Oh yeah.
Even after. You'd already kind of
after I drank
because he
before
slept a
the
little
show.
bit. He slept a little bit at the bar while I was sitting there in his chair, and then he drank shots.
I didn't sleep. I was drinking with Tim, and then we did shots, and then Smitty came over. He'd do shots. Then my other friend, I won't mention his name, he bought shots. Oh, it was fun. Larkins was up there. He was all messed up.
Yeah, it was fun.
Jimmy Henson was there.
My brother, Diane.
Peabody was there. Diane was there. Sheila was there.
Yeah,
Sheila was there, and she was getting chat up by some boy, just chatting him up.
No,
and she never had the opportunity to say hello. Like, hey, Sheila, my friend Sheila. Could not get up from this guy.
Yeah,
they were pretty hot and heavy.
Yeah, he actually thought that he was like, "You're coming home with me. I've got pork chops thawed." She's like, "I've never
used that line before. Try that.
I know.
How'd that work out?
Yeah, well.
Anyway, Sheila was there. We didn't even talk to Sheila.
She left with him and then came right back.
In a Corvette. No,
Okay, Paul, she's not going to listen to the show anymore if you talk shit on her, and she did not do that.
I'm not.
This guy was like, obnoxious.
She's an attractive person. She's a nice person.
Guys are going to talk to her.
She's pretty. Of course, people want to talk to her.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So she did shots. Larkins did shots. Was Schultz there?
Yeah.
Schultz was there.
What do you mean was Schultz there?
Great. Yeah, Jim was there, and Jim had short.
Why are you asking me?
Shirt and short shorts on.
Yeah.
He just must have worked out.
Probably came from working out.
Yeah.
But Tim had on shorts earlier in the day, but Tim wears shorts every day if he can.
Anyways, a good birthday party for Tim. I'm so glad it's not going on tonight.
You only turn 65 once.
I know, right?
Yep.
And how many drinks did you have to buy?
A lot.
How many people said?
Yeah, did people come up and? When I was there, I didn't see anyone come up to you and say, "Hey."
I paid 3 different tabs. They were all quite expensive.
But did they come up and say they were listening to the?
It was the people from listening to the show. Like, oh, are you the KCTK guy? Mm-hmm. Yes. Are you the Tracy Tips and Dips? You're supposed to be on buy me a drink. Okay. And then so they were there with 3 people. Everyone had 2 people with them. Mm-hmm. So I can't just buy the one person a drink.
Well, he's not rude.
So I bought them all.
He ain't rude.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Well, this guy ain't rude.
There's a lot.
That's going to hurt the Droosh because we're not going to have enough money for his.
Yeah. Straight out of his salary.
Yep.
From the KCTK thing. Is this where the show's over?
It's now time for Future Forecast. Tracy tells us what's up for next week.
I can't wait till next week's show.
Okay, so next week we're not going to have a show.
What?
I know. What?
Now, however,
December 23rd?
Next Wednesday, if you're not listening to the show, please come up to Lakewood Local. It's going to be guest appreciation night from 4 to 6, be happy hour, and some free apps and some taste of some new drinks that they're making up there. And then from 7 to 10 is going to be ugly sweater contest. Okay. In honor of Tracy's Tips and Dips from 7 to 10. You wear your ugly sweater up there and you'll have an ugly sweater on.
That's it.
Yeah.
You will be that person in an ugly sweater at Lakewood Local on a
But
Wednesday
it's from
night.
4 to 6.
4 to 6 is the happy hour. We're tasting some free apps and some of the new drinks specials. And then from 7 to 10 is the ugly sweater, Tracy's Tips and Dips.
I guess I'll see you at 7.
So is it like Target and Mart? Like, where do you get an ugly sweater? Because I've been looking, and I mean, I gave away all my ugly
I don't
sweaters.
tell you where you can get your goddamn ugly sweater. It's just having a party. Fucking ugly sweater party. They all have them. Everybody has them.
Wow. All right. Note to self.
Anyway, go ahead.
Return all those party favors and stuff I have.
Anyway, so go on, Tracy. I didn't.
What do you have going on for next 3 weeks?
Well, Sunday I will be having my children over for dinner, and we do our gift exchange on Sunday. We do it all by ourselves because on
Palmer and Carmen.
Yeah, Palmer and crew. And my children, Brittany,
Sheila,
Logan, Rowdy, and everybody. But anyway, so they'll be coming over, so I can't.
Hey, I saw the one guy, your son-in-law, he was up there at the Lakewood Pub having a drink on
Sunday,
Friday night. No, Friday.
Oh yeah, he was there Friday. Yeah.
Well,
he
I'm
was.
not telling on him.
No, you were not, because I was babysitting the kids that night.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't really babysitting him. Oh, guys, everybody go to 35th and Chrysler to see the most beautiful light display set to music with video. It is 30. It's actually 30.
It's 35th.
It's actually 35th Terrace, I think.
Yeah.
But it's just, you go 35th and Chrysler, and it's directly to the left. You cannot miss it. I took the grandkids to it. South from there, yes. And but it is amazing. And I took all the girls after we went axe throwing to watch it, and they all actually really liked it.
Did you pull over or just drive by it?
Oh no, we parked and watched. We parked and
A lot
watched.
of people were there?
Yeah. And when I took the grandkids Friday, we got there right like minutes before 5:30, and the guy was in his front yard, but the lights weren't turned on. And I was like, oh my gosh, I brought a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old. They're going to want to see lights. So we were turning up the street, and when I was going to turn down, I was going to ask him what time they started. And as we were coming down the hill, bam, it started, and it was perfect. So it was really good. It is really uplifting. It really gave me chills.
Are you thinking about running for Miss Independence Chamber of Commerce like your mother did?
Is there something coming up that I should know about?
I don't know.
She doesn't live in Independence.
Oh, but she loves Independence. Going to 35th. Some people go down to Powell Gardens. They go to what's the place?
Which,
Longview.
if you have a car to drive that far, but
Plaza.
maybe you live in the Independence area and you don't have money to go there, and you just.
That's what I'm saying. You're Independence. You're so Independence, and I love it. Yeah. You and Harry Truman. Anyway, what's going on?
Is that it for future forecast?
So Sunday's the Christmas
and
party.
hopefully we'll see everybody before the new year starts, because we are going to come back that next week, right? We'll be there. No,
Sure.
We won't. I think it would be.
I'm
kinda
always
good.
very near the studio, so it's okay.
I mean, because I actually am. I'm not that far, so I feel that way too. I would love to do a show before New Year's Eve.
Oh, I'll probably be out of town. Oh, is it over? Oh gosh.
It's now time for goodbye. Tracy says farewell.
Well, everybody, it's been great. I hope everybody has a wonderful, happy, merry holiday. Have a great week.
We say Merry Christmas. Janelle, we say Merry Christmas, don't
And
we?
remember, kindness begins with you. Yeah. Mr. Snooty Patootie. Okay,
Thank you for
I can't
listening
wait.
to Tracy's Tips and Dips. If you have any feedback or need some advice, please let us know at 913-735-0060 or email kctkradio@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and join us next time for Tracy's Tips and Dips. This has been a KCTK production produced by Paul Lavoda, all rights reserved. For more information and content, email us at kctkradio@gmail.com.